Hello everyone, welcome to the final episode in this series.
What a load of shit!
So let's get diving straight into it.
Thank you for being a friend. Traveling down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invite everyone to. You would be the biggest gift would be for me. And the card and text would say, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend.
So we were on P&O Ventura. We went to Amsterdam for a couple of days.
4-night cruise.
4-night cruise. This was our shortest cruise we've ever done. On our oldest ship we've ever been on. And the smallest ship we've ever been on. So there's a lot of different things going on there, really. For us, it wasn't a bad cruise.
No. Should we start with checking in?
Yes, so check-in. No. We weren't at the normal ocean terminal. We were down at
Another terminal.
Mayflower Terminal. We said it in the video. Have a look in the video. Which wasn't bad. It was nice and easy to get up to there. Check-in. Again, it was an older terminal.
Quite quick.
Yeah. We had to walk down to the ship. That was a first for us.
Yeah.
I remember doing that, watching that in the videos. We always walk up the gangplank. This one we walked down. It's very odd. And we just got straight on the ship, as all P&Os, went straight to our muster point.
Took about 30 minutes from bag drop to actually being on board, which was pretty good.
Oh, that wasn't bad, yeah. Well, that was that. We were on. We were going.
The room, well, just before we actually, on the morning of, we got an email to say that our rooms were going to be later than normal due to the fact of enhanced cleaning. Well, you're never going to complain about enhanced cleaning. So we sort of thought, we're on the ship, we can have a drink or two or whatever, and we can find our feet and then go to the room. Now, it'll all become a bit more clear as we talk about this, but the enhanced cleaning of the rooms really was necessary, as we believe there was more going on than what meets the eye.
Yeah, so a few weeks before, it actually reached national, I don't know how far the news ran, but it was all over the UK, that Ventura had norovirus on it. So bad that they were chucking people off early and delaying everyone on later so they could really clean all the cabins, clean all the main areas. And so much so, they had it so often recently that the National Health or Environmental Health or something had to get involved on the ship and say, if you get any more of this norovirus, that's your season done. You are stopped.
Is that fact?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, this is what I said. I've read into it.
Okay.
So it was literally, they were on third strike. And then it would have to be shut down for massive deep cleaning. It would be like months. So they're being very, very careful of everything they did, which is okay. We don't mind that. So we don't want to get norovirus.
So they should have communicated that.
They should have told us that. They should have told us what it makes. All they said was, we're going to delay your booking in or you're getting into your rooms so we can deep clean them. So I was like, that's fine. But it was all the extra bits that we couldn't do.
So as we were wandering around the ship before we even got into the room, we noticed that there was a lot. Scott's looking out the window. We noticed there was a lot of sick bags and things going on, and then there was people constantly walking behind you, cleaning railings as you walk down the stairs, and leaving them with disinfectant on them. Now, I've never been on a ship before where the grab rails are still wet.
Yeah, it was awful.
Because they're literally cleaning with wet disinfectant. Smelled lovely, don't get me wrong, smelled really clean. However, it was a bit strange to be walking down the stairs and then having your hands covered in disinfectant. Reminded us back to COVID times a little bit.
We thought it was COVID regulations again. We thought, maybe they had COVID on board. But then I read into it and it was the norovirus. So there was that. There was the buffet. You couldn't serve yourself anything. They served you every single bit of food again.
So the drinks.
You won't have to get your own drinks.
So the buffet was null and void, really.
Yeah. We hated going to the buffet. Especially where they only had one section open at a time. Because the way their buffet works as well, it was a little cubby bit. So you queued up and you didn't have a clue what you were queuing up for. Because the queue was that far back from the station.
You couldn't see the station prior to queuing for it.
Near the end, I didn't care. I just started walking around and budging my head and saying, what's in here? Because I kind of wanted to know whether I was queuing up for food that I actually wanted to eat. There was no menus anyway. You had to ask for menus all the time. Because no touch points. No touch points were there. The glass elevators, which I'm guessing is an extra touch point we figured out, didn't we?
Yeah.
Because people have been going in them constantly. They were out for the whole of the cruise. You couldn't go into them.
So that lost a few elevators.
Yeah, every major touch point was gone, we noticed. Which again isn't bad, but tell us why we're doing
communication could have been better.
Because there was nothing. There was nothing. When we got to the room, Room was nice. It was
lovely.
Big for what we expected for an inside cabin. I do like the way, because I think some of the ships are doing it now, or maybe it's the old ones, not the newer ones anymore, but we have the little corridor for your cupboard. So the toilet's doors on the side.
Like a walk-in sort of area.
And then you have more space in the main bedroom.
Yeah, it's nice.
And
oldie worldy.
Yes, very oldie.
But still very well done.
We had one problem with the room. Well, one major problem with the room. And that was the light above the bed was out the whole of the cruise.
In an inside cabin, we had lights missing.
And it wasn't even the fact they didn't know about it. The cabin steward even told us, oh yes, we reported that yesterday. And then we went down to reception to report it later on ourselves. Said, oh yeah, we've known about that for a few days. We were in Amsterdam for 2 days.
4-night cruise.
And they couldn't go to a hardware store and pick up a light bulb. They told us they didn't have the light bulbs in stock on board. So you couldn't go to get a light bulb, is what you're telling me, P&O. Not good.
So in an inside cabin with no natural light, we were very, very limited on light. I mean, ridiculously so. I would say to a health and safety risk, really, because you had to have the lights on at the end of the corridor to be able to see, which isn't great.
Yeah, it was very strange. As like most old rooms, there was one plug socket right to the far end, and then you had a plug socket underneath your bed, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I had a plug socket, but they were for the lamps. But Johnny's was able to unplug his lamp. It was right by the side. My one was tucked right underneath the bed, and it was very weird.
Yours was in the middle because of the divide, wasn't it?
Yes, because it was set up for a twin room, but obviously we had it as a double. So if it was a twin room, the access point would be more accessible. We never did figure out what that random thing in the wall was, did we? There was a random light with a button. We don't know what that was for. But that was that. Apart from that, the room
might have been the light that didn't work.
No, I pressed it.
Okay, yeah, but you wouldn't have noticed it worked because the light didn't work.
Revelation. It could have been actually. Yeah, it could have been to dim that one or something.
Just a thought then. That button could have been connected to the light.
Yes.
Because it did nothing.
It did nothing. Mind blown. Apart from that, room was lovely. Apart from the shower, I don't like shower curtains.
See, I didn't have a problem with the shower curtain. I don't have a problem with shower curtains. Scott does.
They stick to you.
Yeah, I don't think they do. But
the shower was too small for me, full stop. Because the way it's laid out, I hit my elbow on the dispenser, because it's a metal dispenser as well with metal edges. So I hit my elbow on that. Because I couldn't stand too close to the curtain, it was all good.
Only yawning, sorry. Busy week.
So, the room, all in all, was okay. We did enjoy it.
I loved the room, don't get me wrong. Size, location, quietness, facilities in the room apart from plug sockets, which don't really bother me.
And the TV.
TV doesn't really bother me. I really like the room. Good size safe. Like the bathroom location. Bed very comfy.
Oh yeah.
Mirrors on the walls made it look far more spacious. To me, actually, I preferred this inside cabin to the one we had on Arvia.
Yes, no, I will agree with that. I do 100% agree with that.
But obviously there was other issues.
Yes. Now I'm going to move out to the main areas on the ship. It was a nice ship.
Lovely ship.
It was oldie worldy again. There was enough for us to wander around in an evening and do there, wasn't there, really?
Yeah.
There was all the nice little shops. I'm trying to remember everything now.
So the shopping bit we found was more substantial than what we had on Iona and Arvia.
Yes, it was.
Much nicer, sort of. Obviously, retail in older ships was because there wasn't as many other things going on.
Yeah.
They made their money from retail, so there was a bigger emphasis on retail with some great bargains.
There was no sprays. That was one of the things. There's no perfume samples.
Yeah, but I think that's to do
with the neurovirus. Yeah.
The theatre was at the far end, as it always is, and that was lovely, wasn't it?
Oh, we liked the seating.
Really nice
that
theatre.
was very good.
Some little tables that pulled out for your drinks. Everywhere that we found was pretty good viewing.
Mm-hmm.
A really nice theatre with some great sort of acts that we saw, really, from what we did see. A fantastic magic show, which I still, to this
the Stephen Mullen one,
to this day,
very good.
have no idea what happened.
There's a car trick.
Watch the other video.
Yeah,
see that.
There's a car trick.
To this day, I've still no idea on that. Main dining room restaurant, very nice.
Yeah, no, they need to change their bench seats. So the bench seats are all sunken. They're all broken because you need an extra pillow to sit on and a pillow behind your back to be able to sit in them.
Yeah, but the restaurant itself was very nice.
The restaurant was very nice.
Just the bench seating.
But they need to change that. They need to change the bench seats. The fact you have to give people extra pillows to be able to sit on them for your back, that's not a seat then, is it? You need to change that up. But no, it was nice. I liked the food in there. It was the standard P&O food we always have. Speciality restaurant we went to. It's not Keel and Cow. Where was it called?
Glass House.
Glass House, yes. Now, I've been put off on Iona and Arvia from going in this because it was in the atrium. It didn't feel posh. It's just sat there and people got in your way. Well, like the Keel and Cow, we had this separate area. Where this one was lovely. It was almost Olive Grove-esque, I would say. Very much so. Had its own little restaurant. It was beautiful food. I loved the food in there. 100% recommend going in there. And, I don't know if it's on all of them, but I found my favourite cider in there. Oliver's cider. I think it's actually called Oliver's Favourite, wasn't it?
I've got no idea.
Oliver's Favourite cider.
By the time you drank a bottle, it wasn't really... you weren't really telling me the name.
It wasn't a standard bottle of cider. It was like a wine bottle size. It was brilliant. It was mahoosive.
So we did share a bottle of that on another occasion.
Yeah, the second time.
But Scott decided to down that while I was having a glass of wine because it was the same cost for that bottle of cider as it was for a glass of wine.
Yeah.
But no, really nice food there.
The night buffet was better for me. They had more night buffet food. What we call, so I had shawarma chicken most nights.
Yeah, I don't know if that was because of the serving. There didn't seem to be things that you pick up. So when we've been before, it's been like miniature sandwiches, miniature sliders, Cornish pasties, little pies, and things like that. There was none of that this time. It was all very much things that...
There were sandwiches.
But only... It was like...
There was less variety.
Yeah, yes. It was literally just pick up. So it was like a proper buffet that you got served.
You got your hot chocolate?
Horlicks.
Was it Horlicks? It was got Horlicks. It was lovely. But food in general, the food was lovely. We just hated being served it because
you can't pick.
You can't pick what you want. If you ask for one more bit of that, you kind of feel a bit cheeky, I feel.
And when you ask for a little bit more, they like treble the portion. Yeah. They don't know what a bit more is. They literally were just chucking it on the plate. I think it was just to try and speed up, bless them. But yeah, can I have a bit more? And you had 3 more scoops.
Scooping. There was some lovely, we found our favourite place on the ship though, didn't we, to watch things, the Promenade. It was amazing.
On deck 8 or deck 7?
Yeah, just sitting out there and watching the world go by.
Which is all wooden down one side. So that against the sort of what I call the walls of the boat, it was a full sort of ship promenade, but
what I call walls.
Oh yeah, I know they are.
What's called walls?
Sorry, the Miranda coming out there. What I call walls, but it's where all the life jackets were and everything like that. So it was like wooden lockers. Yes. To me, that felt like we were
on the Titanic.
Yeah, on a proper cruise ship, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, very good. And obviously there were deck games along there as well.
Yes,
a smoking area for those that smoke. Lovely areas to sit all along. I really, really liked the ship.
Sometimes the use of space seemed a bit silly, though.
I don't care. It felt like you were on a ship.
And I think they purposefully. I know the smaller ships can go into Amsterdam, but when we were sailing into the canal, having that, there was a big walkway at the front. If you watch the episode, you could see us at the front of the ship watching it. But all down the side, you could watch it. There was loads of little spaces just for sightseeing. Really,
it was pretty. It was lovely. Great ship. I'd do it again.
I probably wouldn't.
Well, I can do on my own.
There you go.
There was a nice area at the back of the ship as well with a pool.
Oh yeah,
through the buffet.
Yes, we did say on the video, if we were on a longer, sunnier ship.
Sunnier ship. I do. If the sun had been sunnier.
If it had been a sunbathing holiday, that's where we would have spent all our time out the back there. Because it was lovely out the back. It was a little bar. Actually, to be fair, we didn't put it on video, but that's where we went the first part to get our first drink, was out the back there.
Yeah, we did photos and put that on.
But that was that. So, not a problem, but because we only had 4 nights on this ship, there's not a lot to talk about, actually. Because I don't think we got to fully experience a ship as it could be.
No, I mean, we did a lot of stuff, but obviously having a night in Amsterdam, where we basically went into Amsterdam, because we arrived there late afternoon, had an evening in Amsterdam, then a full day in Amsterdam, then we set sail at like 11:30, 12 o'clock on the next night. So, really speaking, as soon as we got to Amsterdam, it was about the destination, not about the ship. We did spend time on the ship, but we wanted to explore Amsterdam a little bit more and certain areas.
Yeah, something to be aware of, because it was the shortest cruise into Amsterdam. There was a lot more hen parties and bigger parties.
It was a party cruise.
It was a party cruise because everyone wanted to go out partying in Amsterdam. But yeah, we'll just have a little wander around the rest of the ship. We've got a little map, Danny, so we can remember what we're doing. Because we've done Glass House, done all that. So you had Tamarind Club, which was like the... I wanted to call it a comedy
live music. No, the comedy club is in Havana.
Yeah, Havana was a live
further down.
Comedy club. But Tamarind is like a secondary...
It's like a bar lounge.
Yeah. Which we didn't really experience at all.
We didn't practice the music, did we?
No, that's where they did karaoke, wasn't it?
And they had those sing at that almost Spanish-y, when I said it, it's like, yeah.
We didn't experience it really. And then right at the front of the ship, or back of the ship, I can't remember which way it was, is Havana, her back of the ship, which is where we went to see the comedian. Which was
very good apart from a child. Children should not be allowed in adult comedy.
No. Technically it was family comedy, but still.
Children should not be allowed in comedy.
The problem with that one was he was 20 minutes late, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because the main show in the main theatre ran over, so they had to delay ours for some strange reason. So that's all the venues, really.
Late night comedy.
Yeah, for the late night comedy. Did some singers in there in the Havana bar. But yeah, that's everywhere. There wasn't a lot of places to go, but they were all very nice. The pools were all freezing. The adult pool was quite nice.
Even though that was nice. That was nice at the front.
Right at the front. Oh, and the good thing about it being right where it is by the spa, they had free
sauna and steam room
to use, and a changing room.
Yeah.
Which we used on our last sea day, which was brilliant.
And then the retreat, if you book the retreat, which is like a special thing, was above.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was just above it. and you did spa wrapping around it.
That was nice, yeah.
So
Nice extra touch.
yeah, I don't think there's much more to speak about, is there?
Not really. I mean, food-wise, I would say, it's a strong. Apart from the forgetting the service
scores.
I'm just sort of thinking ahead.
Okay.
So food-wise, I would say it was good quality food on board.
Yeah.
It was just the service, so I wouldn't really mark. Not.
I think what we'll do is we'll mark the room, the food as a whole, entertainment, and staff.
Okay.
Okay. So room.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, I was going to say 8. 1 mark off for me for the light, 1 mark off for me for the shower. What was your 2 marks off for then?
Mine was the light and the company.
Rudeness. Rudeness.
I don't think anything could be that high. It was a bit old-fashioned.
Yeah. Do you know what? Actually, I'm knocking it down to 7.
No plug sockets.
7 because of the plug sockets, yeah. So 7 from me. 7. Right. Food as a whole.
It went in a big hole?
Yes. I'm down at 6.
What? For food quality?
No, there's a general. Because I'm thinking
No.
That's my opinion. What's yours?
No. I would say a strong... I mean, I like P&O food. I don't think there's anything wrong with the food itself at all. I would give it a strong 8 for food. Even with the speciality and everything like that. There was nothing... With what I ate, there was nothing wrong with anything I ate.
Okay. Entertainment, 9 for me.
9.
They didn't lose a point, but because there was literally only the evening entertainment, you had the people, you had like the old school dancing in the promenade.
There was always something going on. A quiz or something like that.
Yes.
You can't really fault them. And actually, even though there wasn't a lot going on, you could always find something.
There was always something going on, so yeah, that's why they get a 9.
Same.
And the staff. I'm going to say 8.
See, now this one's more difficult for me because you couldn't interact with the staff.
No, they weren't allowed to. By the looks of it.
Couldn't really. They were just doing a job and serving you and slopping things on a plate and doing everything like that. And
I think they were as helpful as they could be.
Really difficult to mark. Don't think there was anything wrong with them at all, but it was very restricted by whatever was going on. I don't even know. We have reached out to P&O, by the way, just to ask them, why was all of this not communicated prior to sailing when you communicated the fact of rooms not being ready. Surely you could have communicated the fact that there was no longer a buffet and you had to be served, because that's what they did during COVID. Enhanced cleaning during the cruise. All of that could have been communicated on the same email.
And the response was?
They haven't responded.
No. P&O's communication is rubbish.
So they told me for actual guidelines they have 28 days to respond, and
I think that's almost up, isn't
it's gone and over. So I have flagged it again because we wanted to give them time to respond, because we always do. We think it's fair. However, they have not responded. So with up to guidelines, I have forwarded it back on now. We just want a response. We didn't think it was fair not to.
We just wanted to know what was
give
why
the
they
information.
So
I haven't responded.
Yeah. Final score, a cruise as a whole. I'm giving it an 8.
I'm giving it an 8
because it was a nice cruise. It was a nice little getaway.
For a short cruise,
yes.
For a short cruise, if you're wanting to go quickly to a destination and have a short getaway, I don't think you can fault P&O.
No.
I think, if we were going to go on a 3 or 4 night cruise and it was about the destination, which is what this one was, a visit somewhere for a short weekend or anything like that, you can't fault them. I would like to try the adult only cruises, just to see what that's like, because they're on older ships as well. But a really, really the boat's not as important. You just run it to a good standard. So yeah. I give them their hats off to that, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for the series, really. I haven't put the room tour up, so that'll come up. This will be this week, and then the room tour will be next week. I'll do that.
It won't take long.
It won't take long.
Here it is. And you'll see the light.
Yes. And
You might not, because it's not on.
It's going to be a little while before we see you again. Because our next cruise, we're filming this now in end of July, beginning of August. The cruise was May.
No, the cruise was June.
Oh, cruise was June. So we're now filming this end of July. Our next cruise is going to be September, where we're going on.
We're going on Icon of the Seas, the world's largest cruise ship, new Royal Caribbean Icon class. We've only been waiting 2 years since we booked it. So
we booked this in September 2022.
We booked it the day that it came out, and price-wise and everything like that, fair dues. Stacey's done us really good. Found us the right thing for us with everything to get over to the States. I can't fault our agent for that.
So we booked that one, but then we decided to turn it into a bit of a mammoth holiday. So after we come off Icon, we're then going to drive up to Vero Beach.
Disney's Vero Beach.
Well, we're going to be staying at Disney's Vero Beach Resort. So we're going to have 2 days there. And then after that, we're going to drive to Port Canaveral and join
Utopia of the Seas, the second largest cruise ship in the world.
So that's that one.
Which is a new Oasis class.
Yes, and having a long weekend and doing the big weekender.
So basically, the reason we've done this, and we're doing it this way, is Royal Caribbean now have launched 2 different classes of ship. Okay, one is the Icon class. Okay,
well, they've got more than 2. But
no, this is their new things.
Oh, okay.
So they've got Icon of the Seas, which is then their classing is the ultimate family vacation. Okay, which is all about families and different areas and everything like that. And then they've now got an Oasis class ship called Utopia of the Seas, which is now being branded as the biggest weekend. So it's a party ship. It really is.
No, we'll see how we get on with it.
It's basically Royal Caribbean's version of Virgin Voyages. So it's basically a party cruise.
So we'll see how we get on with that, really.
Right in the Bahamas.
Yes. So we'll see you. Never go to Bahamas. So we'll see you in. Well, we're going to sail in September. The videos will be up probably October.
But some of the images will be on our Facebook group. Yeah. So if you want to check them beforehand,
make sure you get on our Facebook groups and Instagram, because we'll put all our stories up there, posts from where we are on our next cruise. I never know, I might have some polls on there to see your opinions on what we should do for our next load of cruises. But that's it. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button down or up. This is up somewhere. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that like button. No, not up my nose. Hit that like button, because that does help us get into the YouTube algorithm and make everyone know we do good videos. And hit that notification bell, because that tells you when our next video is going to be is coming out and when it is out. All that's left for us to say is safe travels.
And thank you for being a friend.
Bye.